Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. First off, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching my videos. My first video got 1,000 views this week, so round of applause for that. Shout out to y'all, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys liked the video. I did get comments about like what neighborhood I stay in, and I don't necessarily want to put that online. So I can't remember who commented that, but if you DM me, I'll definitely let you know, but I'm not gonna put that on the internet. So with that being said, now that that's out the way, as you can see by the title, this video is gonna be about a couple of different things. It's gonna be about my move, how I feel about Dallas so far, how I feel about work, graduating during the pandemic. It's gonna be like a range of things. This is gonna just be like a girl talk, a chit chat. I don't know. We finna just talk it up for a little minute. So I put on my Instagram story the other day that I was gonna do this. So I had asked people to comment what they wanted to hear. So I got a screenshot grab of everything that people wanted to know. So we're just gonna start from the beginning. So if you don't know, my name is Kayla. I recently just graduated from Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, Florida. Go Rattlers, HBCU Pride, period. FAMU the best school, J School the best school, all that. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I just graduated in May 2020, spring 20 grad. Didn't have an actual graduation, had a Zoom, well, it was on YouTube, but like a YouTube virtual graduation thing, so that really sucked. I do work in journalism, so I am a news producer here in Dallas. If you don't know, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know, but basically, where do I even go? I don't even know where to start. It's so much. So a year ago, I started interning with a news station in Tallahassee, and at the end of the internship, they offered me a full-time job, and I decided not to take the full-time job because that would have been 40 hours a week. Plus, I was still in school. I was going into my senior year. I wanted to have fun, you know, homecoming, all of that kind of stuff. So I declined the offer, and then maybe 2 months later, they came back and offered me a part-time position. So I was like, okay, cool, I could do that, work part-time, go to school, because I was working part-time anyway, going to school. Why not work part-time in my actual field, get a couple of months in before I graduate? Perfect. So I did that. I worked there for about 6 or 7 months. There I worked the weekend shift and the night shift. So during the week, I would go to school, go to work at 6 or 6:30 and work until 10 on weekdays. And then on the weekends, I would work 1:30 in the afternoon to midnight, sometimes later than that. So basically my last 2 semesters of college was like grind mode. Like I was like, okay, I'm sad that I'm missing a lot of events and I can't go out on the weekends. Like on Saturdays, if I got off at midnight, it was too late to go to the club. But I was like, you know, it's a hustle. Like you gotta grind it out at the end of the day. So I worked my butt off. Like I used to get sick all the time. My mom would be like, your body's just tired. Like I think that was like probably the hardest I had worked in college. Like that was a lot. And thinking back on it, I didn't realize how much I worked. It was a point in college where I had 3 jobs. Like I was waitressing, I was working at the news station, and I was working at the nail salon. So like I'm about money, like period. If you don't know, I'm about getting the next check, the biggest bag. Every job that I've gotten so far, like if I got a new job, my pay went up. Like I'm about elevating and making money. So fast forward to graduation. I knew that it was gonna be a good opportunity for me to graduate with the job, just because I had talked to one of my professors. Shout out to Professor Jones. I don't think he's gonna watch this, but if you're in J school, if you're going to FAMU, or if you're at FAMU in J school, talk to Professor Jones, period. Like he will give you so much great advice. He's been in the game for so long. Professor Jones, get to know him. Anyway, he kept telling me like, you know, because you're working in the field already, it's gonna be easy for you to get a job. People are gonna come calling, and they did. So I got an offer from the company that I'm with now, which is Tegna, I got an offer from Scripps and I got an offer with CBS. So Scripps would have been in Florida, CBS would have been in New York, and Tegna was gonna put me wherever I wanted to go. So to make a long story short, I ended up going with Tegna because I felt like this company was like really homey, like it just felt good. And then the CBS thing ended up falling through anyway because of the pandemic. So I'm kind of glad that I stuck on my first line, because I was leaning towards Tegna over CBS anyway, just because like I said, it just felt more homey, and I really didn't want to live in New York. I was like, I'm not really like a up north girl, that's not me. And I always said I wanted to go to Texas and live in Texas. So basically that's how I got here. So I've been here for a month and a couple of weeks or a couple of days. I don't know the exact amount of days. But one of the things that people wanted to know was, how was it moving and adjusting to a new state? The biggest adjustment for me has had to be being by myself. Being by yourself is really hard. It's fun, it's peaceful, but it's hard. And I say it's hard because you don't realize how much you have to do or how much is being done around you until you're by yourself, and the only person that can make it happen is you. It's like, I can't call my dad if something happens to my car. I can't call my mom if I'm looking for, like, it's just like, I could call them, but they can't get here. So that's been like the biggest adjustment, is like actually realizing that I'm by myself and like getting lonely. Like, I want a dog so bad right now, but it just doesn't make sense for me to get one. But it's just like, wow, like being by yourself is hard. Like, people don't talk about that enough. Like, I be on Twitter and people be like, oh my God, I'm moving, da, da, da. And then it's like months later, you're like, yeah, I moved. But like, if you move to a place where you don't have any friends, like, you're by yourself. Like, I'm by myself 90% of the time. 90% out the week, I'm by myself. And it's like, I don't know, it's so weird. And it's like, I grew up low-key like the only child because it was me and my mom. So I'm used to like being by myself or whatever, but it's like weird because coming from college where you could like literally drive up the street and you at your homegirl house or you at your homeboy house and like go back home, it's not that here for me. It's like, I don't have anywhere to go. It's the middle of a pandemic. What am I gonna do? You can't go to the clubs. Can't go to the hookah bar. Like, it's just like, you're literally, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard. And I've definitely had my times where I'm like, yo, I'm ready to go home. I'm about to, and I actually just got a plane ticket to go home for a weekend, because like, this could really, and if you're not mentally strong, or if you're like, you know what I'm saying, one little thing could happen and you could just like, that could just ruin your complete mood. And then it's just like, you just sit in the house. It's hard, y'all. It's really hard. I love it, don't get me wrong. I love being by myself. I love having like my independence. I love like working and like, you know, just getting it on my own, not really having to depend on my parents for much, but it's hard. So that's how I've adjusted. Another thing is the heat. It's so hot here. It's like every day it's 100 degrees. That was like a big adjustment. We all know Florida is hot, Georgia is hot, but Texas is a different heat, and I mean that. Like, it's not 100 degrees every day in Florida. Like, you might get 80 with a breeze. Here, I don't know, you get a breeze, but it's still just hot. Like, it's hot at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's different. I don't know. So, somebody asked about work-life balance. So, I work from home. I don't know what the inside of my job looks like. I probably would never know what the inside of my job looks like. Cause y'all playing and Rona's still out here, y'all outside. I don't like that. But anyway, so basically I wake up, I get dressed, and I come to where I'm sitting at now, and I work all day, and then I go sit on the couch for lunch, and then I come back over here to work, and then when I'm off work, I go back on the couch, or I go to the patio to act like I did a change of scenery. It's work is cool. Like I said, on my last job, I was working weekends, so I really enjoy having weekends off. Like, that's a blessing. Like, working on the weekends, Drake said working on the weekend per usual or something like that. I didn't want to feel that no more. I really didn't. So it's not a hard balance because like, I'm here, I'm just in the house all day. Granted, I low-key wish the office was open, but I like working from home too. Like, it's clutch. Like, you could literally book a flight and go somewhere and work, and then when you get off work, you can go have vacation time. Like, that junk is clutch. Like, I don't know, I'm 50-50 about going back into the office. I never went to this office, but like, work from home is lit. This should have been like a thing before. Like, if you could work from home, do that, like, for real. A lot of y'all said the same thing, like life in a new city, adjusting to Texas. Basically, that's been like my biggest adjustment. Somebody said girl talk. So let's talk about a little girl talk. Another thing that I've been scared to do here is like date. I'm currently not dating anybody. I'm very much single, but I just don't think that I could date here. I'm scared to date. Like, if I was in, I don't know, Idaho, and I was by myself, I would still be scared to date. Just because, like, people are crazy. People are really crazy. And you have to be careful who you deal with these days. Like, my dad has always told me that, like, you need to be careful who you're talking to. Like, that's just, the whole dating process is aggravating. Like, I start over. I gotta tell you my favorite color, my shoe size, what I like to do in my pastime. Like, that's aggy. I always say that I think my husband is somebody that I already know, whether we knew each other in college, high school, middle school, elementary school. It's somebody that I already know. Because I honestly don't see myself, like, joining Tinder. No, nothing against people who are on those type of apps. But, is it Tinder? I think so. I just don't see myself doing it. And I don't know if I could. I don't know. I'm weird and I'm awkward and I'm goofy and I don't know. And then it's also like you have to be aware of what you say. Like, I don't want nobody to know where I stay. Like, that's a lot. Dating in general, in college, dating was hard, and that's like on campus and stuff like that. You know these people, but dating in the real world, then you got to think about it. Like, even though I'm only 22, I'm an adult now, so that means like dudes who are like 30 could try to talk to me if they wanted to, and that's weird. And then it's like, I just feel like I'm in this awkward stage of I'm not grown enough yet, but I'm still grown, if that makes sense. So dating, I don't know. And then it's like, it's those days where I do want to boo, because it's like, you want to, when you get off work, you want somebody to talk to, like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, boys are such, I don't even want to say a distraction, because if it's the right person, it's not going to be a distraction. But it's like, being in a relationship is a lot. It's a lot. Like, child, it's a lot. And I don't got time to be stressed out over no dude. I like my peace. I like not having to worry about if he cheating on me, if he talks to another girl, I don't gotta worry about that. And shout out to people who are in relationships and it's lovely and it's non-toxic. I love that for you. But relationships are not perfect. Everybody go through some stuff, and it's just, that takes a toll, a big toll on you mentally. You have to really be prepared to be in a relationship. I don't think I'm 100% prepared to be in a relationship right now, because I don't have time for my crazy side to be activated, because I can go there. So yeah. Somebody said current life after college. What do you do? Matriculation of Dallas. Yeah, like I said, I work in news. Life after college. I miss college. College was lit. College was so lit. And I feel bad for like freshmen. I feel bad for seniors especially, because the senior year, like my senior year wasn't all of that, but it's better than what some of these seniors are getting. Like, bruh, no homecoming. Like, FAMU has to cancel homecoming, but it's not a homecoming. Sorry to bust your little bubble, but it's not gonna be a homecoming. And then just thinking about like just college in general, like going to parties, like going to class, meeting up in the caf, going to set Friday, like all of that stuff is a part of like the college experience. And I was talking to some of my homegirls earlier this week. Shout out to Maisha Nika, because we talk every Monday. That's where I get my peace of mind from every week. Anyway, but we was talking about like how I graduated high school in 2016. So I feel like coming to college, we was like that last, and I hate to say it because every class feel like they was the last breed of whatever era. But I really feel like 2016, like class of 2020 at FAMU, whatever, we were the last breed to experience like that old FAMU. Like my freshman year, Set Friday was always lit, okay? Like every Friday, like I wouldn't have classes, like, or I would not go to class because I'm going to Set Friday, period. Or I'm leaving class early to go to Set Friday. Like my senior year and junior year, by the time Set Friday came around, people was not going. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But long story short, college was lit. It was stuff I wish I would have done my freshman and sophomore year that I really didn't do. But overall, I mean, I'ma miss college. I'ma miss like dorm, like going to dorms and just that whole lifestyle. So somebody asked the transition to moving to a new city right after graduation, pros and cons. So I've always been a type to like just go. Like I don't really care about if I'm gonna have friends, if I'm gonna be like I don't care about that. Like friends gonna come, people gonna come, that's gonna be that. So even going to college, like I didn't know anybody going to college except for one person. And so basically like I started over like how I am now. I know one person here. Like I basically just started my life over. So the pros of doing that, working right after college, some people think that you should take a break right after school. To me, if I would have took a break, I just would have felt like I wouldn't have been doing anything. And like if I had an opportunity, why not pounce on that? And then I could work for the next 20 years. By the time I'm 40, I could retire. Like ain't no breaks really for me. I'm just trying to get the bag and then retire early. That's that. Anyway, so the pros of graduating and moving, going to a new city, I feel like that's where you grow the most. Like you are the most uncomfortable. You have to figure situations out. You have to like, you literally just have to figure it out. Like there's no, oh, I can call my mama or daddy, like I said earlier. Like you just have to do it. Like is it gonna work or is it not gonna work? If it don't work, you know not to do it again. Like it's times where I'm like driving, like yesterday for instance, I was going to this store and I went to go get gas. This is so off topic, but I went to go get gas and I went to the gas station by my house because I do Quick Trip. I'm the type of girl where I only put certain gas in my car, Quick Trip gas. Anyway, so I'm like, I know where this Quick Trip is, so I'm gonna go to that Quick Trip. Then I'm gonna put the address in for the mall. So when I'm going to the exit for the mall, it's a Quick Trip right next to the exit, and I'm like, dang, like I could have just drove to the exit and seen the Quick Trip, but now I know. So it's like little stuff like that where you just be figuring stuff out. You like, now I know how to get here, now I know how to do this, now I know what not to take. Like it's just like, that's the pros of like graduating college and going somewhere you've never been before. I've never been to Texas a day in my life. My first day, June 19th, was my first day ever coming here. Like I didn't know what Texas looked like other than like on TV and on YouTube and videos that I had watched. Never had been here. The cons of graduating and moving to a new city, being by yourself, like what I talked about earlier, that loneliness and stuff like that. But it's not really much cons to me, y'all, because like if I don't get it right, I'm gonna eventually get it right, and that's the part of growing and learning, like growing up. Wow, I can't even remember what I was talking about. That really sucks. My camera cut off. But oh, I was talking about the cons. So I don't want to say there is no cons. There's definitely cons. There's cons to everything. But I feel like in my situation, the good outweighs the bad. And eventually I'm gonna learn from my mistakes and I'm gonna just grow. And I feel like in the year when I watch this video back, and be like, girl, remember you ain't had no friends? Now look at you. Period. Somebody said this pandemic, child. This pandemic? Y'all folks is tripping. And mind you, pray for your friends and news, because we've been talking about this pandemic since last December. That's what people fail to realize. We were talking about this when it was in China, okay? We're over it. Oh, I didn't talk about my job. Well, I did, but like adjusting to my job. So, like I said before, working news, blah, blah, blah. So when I was in Tallahassee while in school, like producing in school, I was doing hard news. Now I'm doing lifestyle. So this was like been a really big adjustment for me because I've never done lifestyle. Like I still write like I'm writing the 6 o'clock news. Like it's hard to get out of that. So that's been interesting because now my workflow is way lighter. I feel like it's not as stressful because working in news could be very, very stressful. The stories are not hard. The stories are not sad and stuff like that. So in lifestyle, I love that aspect of it. It's like I'm not getting off work and I'm like, dang, like this happened today and it really weighed on me. Like I don't have to talk about shootings and killings and stabbings. Like that's a lot mentally. And a lot of people don't talk about that, like how these news anchors and producers, people who work like in general for the media, see things all day that's so sad and so depressing, and you have to go home and like try to detach yourself from that. That was one thing that I struggled with in college, like trying to detach my work life from my home life. And I feel like now, because we're like my job now is easier because it's like I don't have to think about that aspect of news. Like I'm focusing on like light stories, happy stories. How can I help people? How can I promote Black businesses? How can I promote like good news? Like it's just good news for the most part on our show. So I love that aspect of it. So adjusting to work hasn't been that hard. My biggest thing is just been like trying to break away from that hard news thing that I've been a part of for so long, basically. I don't think there's any much. A lot of people just wanted to know like how I like Dallas, and I love it so far, y'all. I really do. I think I said that in my moving vlog, but it's really chill here. Like it's so much to do here, and I'm saying it's so much to do here and I don't even do anything. Like I don't go anywhere for real on the weekends. I've tried maybe a couple of different restaurants and like I feel like maybe it's because of the pandemic. That's why I haven't really tried a lot of stuff, or I haven't really I know it's because of the pandemic actually, but I really love it. And I feel like I have to either go home every other month or somebody has to come see me once a month, because like I think that's the only way I'm gonna be able to get through this by myself is if I see people or if I see my friends from back home. Like last weekend my friend came and like I needed that. Like I needed to see somebody that I knew. I needed to be around somebody that like I was friends with. I just needed that energy, and that like lifted my spirits. Like I was tired because we didn't even go out like for real. It was just like I was up late and I'd never be up late. So like last Monday, let me tell you how I woke up 10 minutes before work, but 10 minutes before I had to be on the Zoom call, and I like literally jumped up, brushed my teeth, washed my face, and like opened my laptop. It was crazy. But it's like my moral of the story is like, if you're living by yourself, if you just moved to a new city, my advice to you, or if you're about to do this, is like try to get a sense of home whenever you can. Like I said, I'm going home at the end of this month, so like that's needed. Like book a flight or drive or just go out and just be around people that you like, that you're used to, like that'll give you that comfort. Because being around him last weekend, like that just gave me comfort for some reason. And it's like I low-key hate that I was around somebody that I knew, because now I'm expecting every weekend I'm around somebody that I know, and I should be like, oh, I'm around somebody that I know, I need my friends. And before I wasn't really like that. So now I feel like every weekend I need to just be with some friends. But long story short, y'all, again, I really appreciate the support. I appreciate like y'all messaging me and saying like you're proud of me and stuff like that. That really means a lot to me. And yeah, just know life after college isn't sweet for everybody. Everybody has different stories. My story is going to be completely different than somebody else's story. Somebody might not like Dallas. I love it. Like it's just, you know, but at the end of the day, do what's best for you. Follow your heart. Follow what you think is best for you. Like don't always listen to the outside, because like even my mom was like, I can't believe you actually actually went, because I had an offer in Atlanta, and that's where I'm from originally, and I could have went to Atlanta and been close to home and like, you know, been staying with my parents. I didn't have to pay rent and stuff like that. But it's just like, no, like get that sense of independence and like just go. Like you have to just do it, y'all. Like that was my biggest thing. You just have to do it. whatever happened when you get there, you'll figure it out, period. And I'm gonna just end on that. So thank y'all for watching. I hope that I answered some questions that you guys wanted to know. I hope that you guys got something from this video. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Like, if you're not doing that, then what are you doing? Like, get it together, love. I'm about to go give me something to eat because your girl is hungry. And that's just gonna be that. So thank y'all for watching. I love y'all so much, and see y'all later.